We give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakwak Kadash. Double honors to the apostles that rule well. Salutations to the brothers of the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth and sincerity. Just come with a little short video. This article got my attention. And this was going on, and you feel the pinch when you go to these supermarkets, these fast foods establishments, and so on. You, especially supermarket, because we really don't deal with fast food. But going to these supermarkets, the prices like change every month. Like on the price of eggs, it goes up by like 50 cents every time you know, every time you go to the supermarket, man. You know, so and things are just getting worse. The price of steak went up, chicken gone up, everything's gone up. So yeah, I know his famine is coming to land as the scripture has says, right? So we're gonna read maybe like two or three paragraphs. We're gonna correlate it with the scriptures, and we're gonna close out. So the name of this article say, look at these egg prices. 37% of Americans struggle to pay their most basic bills as food prices accelerate again, right? As they say, a lot of Americans is one check away from poverty, right? If a lot of Americans lose their job, then now they fucked, they screwed, man, right? They screwed. Um, so going to this article, it said when one of my readers sent me a photo of egg prices at a store in Western Washington State, I could hardly believe what I was seeing. I clearly remembered when I could purchase a carton of quality eggs at the grocery store for just 99 cents. But thanks to inflation and a bird crisis, yeah, I know I don't want to get in trouble, that never seems to end. Those days are long gone. Now it's common to pay 5 to 6, 7, or even $8 for a carton of eggs, right? It probably won't be too long before we crack the $10 barrier. In the old days, eggs was considered to be a very inexpensive way to feed your family. And now egg prices have gone completely insane. And that's just ordinary eggs, right? Just imagine a pasteurized and organic eggs, right? So everything is going up, man. Unfortunately, it isn't just egg prices that are spiking. According to CNN, we just witnessed the largest monthly jump in grocery prices in almost 2 years. In November, egg price shot up by 8.2 nationwide, logging one of the highest monthly spikes in the past 2 decades, according to the Consumer Price Index data released last week. And it's not just eggs. Shopper have seen, there we go, jumps in beef, coffee, non-alcoholic beverage, driving up all overall grocery prices to their largest monthly gain since January 2023. And more increase appear to be coming down the pike for the pulp paper pack protein. Wholesale prices for chicken eggs soar by nearly 55%. Let me put my thing in here. Last month, and wholesale food price rose by 3.1, right? Their highest monthly increase in 2 years, right? So yeah, everything is going up. Yasharala, so our leaders of Washington promised us that the food inflation was under control. All right, they lied. I realize that this is a very bad news. I've heard for so many of you who are deeply struggling at this moment. Now it appears that food prices are going to be substantially higher in 2025. All of us are just going to have to adapt to this new environment somehow. So yeah, it's just getting worse, Yasharala. The things that you really don't need, you got to compromise, or maybe a cheaper brand, or the things that you really don't need in the household, you might have to stop buying, right? Um, they got a guy named Dave Ramsey. He said, for you to get out of debt and save money, beans and rice and beans and rice. But I'm gonna hit you with something, Dave Ramsey. Not everybody's good with beans. So, but y'all know what he's saying, right? So you might have to settle for something, right? Less exquisite. It's just stick with the necessity, right? Your protein, uh, good carbs, right? Um, fruits, or beans, or different types of lentils out there. All right, just keep it basic. All right.
Yeah.
If we got a scripture, go ahead.
Haggai 1 and 6. You have so much and bring in little.
Mm.
Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
Mm-hmm.
He clothed you, but there is none warm. He that earneth wages, put it into a bag with holes.
Yeah, that's a beautiful scripture. That's Haggai, right?
Haggai 1 and 6.
Yeah, Haggai 1 and 6, Yasharala. That's Haggai 1 and 6. Yeah, you work so hard, but you bring in little, and it's like when you get your pay, it's like you got a hole in your pocket because what it goes to bill collectors, right? You need food, that's essential. You need light, that's essential, right? You need these essential things, so you got to pay for it, right? But there's price hike in energy. There's price hike in electricity and oil. Everything is going up, man. Not just food. Everything is going up. Thanks to beloved Joe Biden and his crew, where taxpayers was paying Israel and Ukraine funding these wars, right? Who's paying that? Us, us. So what's going to happen? Inflation, right? And we ain't even hit hyperinflation. We just in regular inflation. Hyperinflation when it's going to be $10 a gallon in gas. That's going to be hyperinflation, right? Right? Don't be deceived just because gas price is dropping right now. Don't be deceived. Don't get twisted, right? We don't know when Nero get in there or Trump going to get in there. We don't know
Right.
if things going to turn upside down. All right, so don't get too comfortable. But the scripture said this is not our rest in Micah 2:10. We're not here to be comfortable anywhere. We're here to serve a prison sentence, right? We're here to serve a prison sentence. So at the end of the day, we want this man to go down since yesterday. We want this man to go down so Yasharala could be in power, starting with Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
That's very true.
Right? Go ahead.
Isaiah 19:15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail branch rush may do. I guess a quick elaboration. So, like, there won't be any work for Egypt. Things will become too expensive that people start losing their jobs, and a lot of construction workers will be affected by that because I can't explain it very well, but contractors won't invest into building more infrastructure if everything is too expensive to put their money in. What they would do is only will focus on what they already have instead of building more. So
Mm-hmm.
if Egypt's not building as much anymore, then that means workers are going to lose their jobs just because everything is more expensive. So yes, the guy's correct in the article is more than just eggs. It's materials. Like for instance, copper. Copper is very expensive. Copper is used. It's something electricians use. Or concrete. Concrete's very expensive. So all these materials they're not going to want to invest in if it's way too expensive for their revenue. They're going to want to hold on to the stocks that they
Mm-hmm.
have. So yeah, a lot of Americans going to lose their jobs. Probably wouldn't start with places like Walmart. You would get hit with the mom and pop shops. Because the mom and pop shops they might have to shut down just because everything's too expensive. Even in bulk, everything is way too expensive to put their money in. So they'll have to shut down their shops and maybe use their savings to put their money somewhere else.
That's right.
So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, you give me Jeremiah 50, verse 16 right after that. Yeah, so it hit it right on the nose. So it's just pretty much it's just getting worse and worse, right? It says you have to get worse before it get better. The betterment is when Yasharala is ruling in the kingdom of heaven. But we need our Redeemer to save us from this hell, because this is a hell. This is hell we're living in. Go ahead, son.
Jeremiah 50 and 16. Cut
Mm-hmm.
off the sower from Babylon,
And that's what the Lord is doing, cutting off the sower from Babylon. Go ahead.
and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest.
Mm-hmm.
For fear of the pressing sword, he shall turn every one to his people, and he shall flee everyone to his own land.
Yeah, the sower is the one that cultivates the land in the ancient world, right? The sowers are the employees today. And the word the employees means slave and employer means master when you go to an unbridged dictionary, right? That's what it means, right? So we are slave, right? If we got social security numbers, right? We are slaves, right? What's that? Pastor Gabar broke a lesson down a while back. Capioshes Adocium. right? Which means if your if your letter, if your name is capitalized on your ID, guess what? You're a slave, right? That means England owns us, right? But they might own our body, but Yahweh Shem Yashar own, really, Yahweh Shem Yashar own us, actually, right? Right? He's over us, right? But y'all know what that means. Okay, so you got something? Yeah, go ahead.
Ezekiel 7:19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed.
Mm-hmm.
Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bellies. These it is the stumbling block of iniquity.
Yep, your silver and gold, like these rich motherfuckers like Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, Denzel Washington, you know, all these top celebrities. Your silver and gold ain't gonna save you. Floyd Mayweather, you be showing off a whole lot, right? Little leprechaun. Your money's not gonna save you in the last days, right? When Yahweh Shem Yashar come, he's gonna kill. He's gonna destroy the wicked that's among us, man. All right, and if you got another scripture, we can end it with Luke 168. All right, like I said, we're just making this short. We're not making this long. But look at the prices. I said, look at these egg prices. 37%. Eggs went up 37%. Yasharala of Americans struggle to pay their most basic bills as food prices accelerate again. Right? The food prices going up. People can't afford their basic bills. Their light bill, right? Their phone bill, right? You got to make a decision. Which one is more important than the other? You know what I'm saying? Which one I could delay? Which one I could, ride a little bit till I pay it off? Like which one? You know what I'm saying? Wow, it's tough. It's tough. Yeah, go ahead, Ed.
You gotta play Russian roulette with your money, your bills.
Yes.
You gotta spin you gotta like flip a coin. Which bill you gonna pay? Luke 168.
Yeah, before you read that, right? There's a little short paragraph right here. It says, sadly, we have now reached a point where debt saturation is becoming a major problem and delinquencies are rising. All right. So a lot of people is filing chapter 11, chapter 7 bankruptcy because they can't pay these bills. They're overwhelmed. Right. Consumers simply cannot spend money like they once did. And the retail industry is really struggling as a result. So far this year, retailers have announced the closing of more than 7,000 stores that represent an increase of 69% from last year. I had a passenger yesterday. This lady got a senior watch on her phone. She said, Amazon, the news came up, Amazon truck got robbed and a FedEx got robbed last night. And what happened in Baltimore, four women wore masks and they robbed a Dollar General. This happened all last night. 4 women. Yeah, they try to play set it off like Queen Latifah and Jada Pinkett. Like, yeah, I guess they was inspired by the movie. Like that's crazy. Yeah, 4 women robbed a Dollar General, yo, and they got away. And they got away. Yo, people is right? What's that? It's stealing, right? They resuming to stealing to take what they want in these last days, man. I said retail stores closure in the United States rose sharply in 2024 with over 7,100 closures announced through the end of November, according to the data from the research of firm CoreSite. The number marked a 69% increase from the previous year under the Biden and Harris administration. They did nothing but damage, yo. They did nothing but damage, which has been a plague by inflation. The spike in closure tied to a wave of retail bankruptcy, with 45 retailers following the years compared to 25 in 2023. The economic challenges include persistent inflation and have led consumers to cut back on discretionary spending. Yeah, so Americans can't spend no more. They can't go to the restaurant they used to go to. They can't go to Dave and Buster's, right? Even what's that? Amusement park is getting hit, right? Yeah. So yeah, we're waiting on Yahweh B'Shem Yashar to deliver us. One more, as I discussed last week, evidence that the economy is really slowing down is all around us. I am sure that you can see this where you live. And with each passing day, we get even more troubling news. For example, it has been reported that Macy's planning to close dozens of stores by the end of the calendar year. Right, so all these companies are going to get hit tremendously in 2025. You're gonna see it in 2025. You're gonna see it, Yasharala. If you haven't seen it, you're gonna see it. All right, go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 12:3.
Mm-hmm.
And they, when the keepers of the house shall tremble, strong men shall bow themselves, the grinders cease because they are few,
Mm-hmm.
and those that look out of the windows be darkened. The doors shall be shut.
Yeah, because you're looking in the window, it's gonna be dark, and it's like, oh, this company used to be here. Yo, it used to be a FedEx store. Yo, it used to be a Jamaican restaurant right here. Yo, what's up? Yeah, go ahead. A Macy's. Go ahead.
Beauty store.
Beauty store. Yeah. Go ahead.
The doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low.
Yeah.
And we shall rise up at the voice of the bird.
Yeah, the bird is the alarm clock. The alarm clock is in the scriptures. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Go ahead.
And all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Yeah, all the daughter of music shall be brought low. People ain't buying music no more like they used to, especially when you could download it. Right. Especially when the music coming on YouTube. Yep. You know what I'm saying? People, Kendrick Lamar, my son told me this a couple weeks ago. His album's on YouTube. So they turn to what? How they make their money? Through
streaming.
Streaming?
Yeah.
And concerts and so on. That's how they make their money. You know, I know a lot of artists, they turn to what? To acting. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not making money. Even DMX had a couple of movies like Romeo Must Die and so on, right? Right?
Most likely the way there's Apple Music, Spotify, so with those music being on a platform, Spotify and Apple Music would pay the artists. Mm-hmm. You know, so people will pay the subscription, and then that's how Apple makes their money. And then Apple would pay the artist. So that's how it works, nowadays. I know it doesn't work by actual physical album.
Yeah, even the movies getting hit. The movies was on Prime Video. You know, movies getting hit. They show a movie in the theater. The next week is on. You can catch it in Prime Video, right? Crazy. America's falling, and we happy. We happy, man. We want this bitch to burn, yo. All right, that's it. We're gonna end it with that. So we give all praises to Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua, and double honors to the apostles and Malawaf La Babal. All right, Malawaf 2/3, the alphabet community, and these heathens. All right, see y'all next video. Shalom, Barakatah, B'Shem Yashah. Shalom.